Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we would blow your budget in the club to the booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now.
Done. I've been finessing since the 8th grade, but now I'm getting paid just to show face. If you want me, tell that cake. Most my, but they never fake.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Carter got his man there complete to Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Carter on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw. Carter. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to throw. Carter. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Carter to throw on 2nd down. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Carter. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Carter now, operating from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately
and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check. Lucky. 550.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And Winston lost the football. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
That's how we do it. Hey, let's get a conversion.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Let's go now. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, Trevor C.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Green, Trevor C. Sonic. 5-0. Boys, hot.
They'll throw again. Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He's still barreling through. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Here's Carter looking to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
convert. Let's convert. Let's convert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Let's go now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
3rd and goal, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Carter, he's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Carter, off play action. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Carter throwing on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw is Carter on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go now. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Second down, Winston. Forced out to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Carter now to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Here's Carter. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carter firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Carter operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, Winston. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's convert. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Even.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Carter on 1st and 10. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw is Carter. Off the bootleg. He's going to look deep down the field. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit!
Carter now. From the gun, he'll throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carter throwing on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carter. Going up top. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have got his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Carter on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney!
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Even.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston here to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Winston to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give them a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were
match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bucs, it's a on the year, and they'll host the 2 on the year. Take on the Texans.